Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Jay's on Hots here. Jumping in for some more games tonight. This will be my last stream before my trip to Toronto, so last online practice session with you guys at least. Let's see how we do. So far I have played some games today. I did a few in person, which I'm counting on my counter there, and I did a few online just kind of during breaks and lunches at work and stuff, and did a couple when I was I did like 1 or 2 games while I was at my sister's tonight, so I've gotten over half my games in. Let's see if we can get the other 5 in here for today. I do need to go to bed at some point here because I am about 5 hours away from having to leave for the airport. But, you know, normally I would think, okay, well then it's time to go to bed, right? Well, no, it's 9:40, so there's 0 chance that I will be able to sleep. But I will eventually try to go to bed here, but not right away. Alright, well, we could have a quick one on our hands here if they don't have another basic. We're going to try to attract customers, which they whiff on. And they do have another basic. Oh, gross. Facing that. It's disgusting. We don't like that around here. That's just people trying to finish their daily quest for that grass Pokemon. I have other priorities at the moment, though. We can go ahead and get this started, actually. I'm not threatened by a 2-prize knockout here. And this will give me an extra card to discard for Earthen Vessel, and then I can have all three of my Goldengos out next turn. Beautiful. Pretty good start. Pretty much just need an Arven to get started with this deck. And they shall try again. This time they get an Arven. Now they'll get a Buddy poppin'. It didn't really matter that they whiffed the first time. Okay, well that's fine. We'll take that as a quick first game on stream here. As we go to 5 and 2. Don't mind if we do. I get to go first. Boo. And I don't get any basics. Boo. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the third. Gimme. I probably should have vesseled while I still have the chance, because he's definitely gonna itchy paw on me next turn. No doubt about it. Won't really matter, I guess, if I'm gonna get Iono, then I'd probably rather not do it, so there you go. Yeah. Classic Dragapult things. So now we just chase the energy. The air balloon is a nice grab from the prizes. Because that'll stop that from stopping us. So now we have to give him the Partisan, which is okay. You know, it's not the worst thing ever. Oh, that's just mean. Now we have to go after the Toadstool. Toadstool. Toadstool, that's it. And a Zaid is a nice card to have right here. So I need to get the energy back. I don't have this cool one, but I do have a full art one in my IRL deck, which I found this afternoon in my binder. I was like, ooh, that's going in my deck for Toronto for sure. I wish I had this one though. This one's really cool with the little Corphish. And there it goes. Bye. Another boss. So many bosses. I'm getting kind of tired of your bullshit. Let's see. We're gonna draw one first. Perfect. And I should have done this first, but I risked it for the biscuit and still got it, so we're good. So now I will need either the other air balloon or one energy. Get the knockout. I don't know if I want to keep chasing Dragapults that don't have energies. I think, honestly, I just try to get back to Soul Rock knockouts here. This guy's got to be running out of counter catchers at some point. That is a handful of items. Really unfortunate. Playing Toad School in this deck is just not nice. It's not kind. Game has been grueling. But I've been winning the whole time. I don't even have Toad School. He just runs the Toad School so that we feel like we need to gust and target it, so we leave all the rest of his Pokemon alone. It's just a bait. Could you imagine? I mean, I only have 5 energies in here. I mean, I have quite a few, but I don't have that many. And until I'm not item locked anymore, that doesn't even really matter. Okay, sure. 10 damage going to which two? Okay, sure. Great. That's like the 3rd time I've gotten Ionode? Yeah. Perfect. Hey, there's their Toad School. Okay, well. Now I gotta just get a bunch of actual energies out of my deck and gust and kill that thing. And then knock out one more thing. I only have one more boss in deck. So yeah, I've already used 3 of them. So, the Soul Rock actually is not the play here. Because, I mean, I guess I could draw 3 with it. Nah, I don't think I want to. So the win condition is to get the one boss with the 4 energies in my deck and the Vitality Bands to knock out Latias. That's my current best win condition. The only other way would be to Gust and knock this out for 1 prize. But then I wouldn't be able to Gust again. That would just be to unlock my superiors to knock out Dragapult. I could have actually Turo'd there to get 1 extra card. I don't know if that's the best play, but it would have been possible. So that brings it to 5 energies that I need to knock that out. The Premium Power Pro wouldn't have changed that math, so there's really not any point to doing that. Okay. Makes sense. I didn't put down the other Gimme Ghoul. I could have benched the Gimme Ghoul at the end of the turn. That would have been smart. This guy's played a lot of Gust. This is his 3rd Gust card. I suppose that's also what I played, but... Okay. That's something. So there's still 3 energies in the deck. But yeah, I needed all 4 of those, so attaching this, that was actually a misplay. Well, now I can't win. Unless I trap the Toadstool for a turn. Problem is, I'm out of air balloons, so I've just trapped my Gimme Ghoul here, which is not ideal. I don't think I have another. I have another Turo, but then I wouldn't be able to Gust. So mistakes, they have been made. Well, there's the Vitality Band I needed. was so far ahead in this game, I even killed the Toad School once, but I couldn't kill it a second time, which was sad. And my only play is to either try to Turo or boss this turn, so I have to do one of those two things. Oh, Lena's Aid is an option too. That would at least get me back 3 cards, but I need to get one of those supporters this turn. And as much as it sucks to have to do it, I'm gonna have to sacrifice one more of these energies to try to get one of those trainers. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna boss this up and hope we can get him stuck. The unfortunate part is I can't knock him out right now. They have to be running low on energy, though. This would be a great time for me to have that 3rd air balloon, let me tell you. I'm going to go ahead and do this so we can introduce maybe a little bit more draw next turn. I hope that's not a gameplay error, and we're going to thin. I'm going to grab out the Lunatone to just thin the deck a little. I'm going to attach just in case I need to attach and manually retreat next turn. I don't want to do that, but it might be the only option if we don't get the Turo. And I think we've already coin bonus, so yeah. Let's see what happens. It's annoying that it's got 120 because with this I could do 110 with the Soul Rock, but I can't do 120. Which I guess I could have done the 50. That would have been that would have no, because then I never would have been able to. The only way to get this out then would have been Turo, which is not really how I want to do that. Hilda, huh? Okay, so he gets the Luminous. I think this is just manual attachment twice. Try to retreat it. I wonder if he even has. Okay, he does. He has 2 energy, so he can. I have to knock it out this turn, which I can't. So, dang it. Yeah, that would have been the play to try to get the Turo. If I had done the 50, then I could have done the 70 this turn for knockout. The Lena's Aid, actually. I could still get the Lena's Aid. So, let's try to do that, I suppose. Actually, we're going all out for the Lena's Aid. Unfortunately, this doesn't help us this turn because of Fez. We get one more with this card. Turo. Which doesn't help. And then, yeah, it sucks, but we're doing it anyway. Because we need that Lena's Aid. Yes! Woo! Doesn't matter, we gotta use all 3. But once we get this off the field... Oh, right, Lena's Aid doesn't work either. Duh! It's any trainer card. I'm stupid. Yeah, game's over. If I had done the 50 and gotten the Turo, though, I could have gotten that knockout. So that was my gameplay error there. That was my bad. Very frustrating game. I hate that everybody's running like a 1-1 at that code scroll. Sucks. I mean, it makes sense though with this many Goldango around. You just run it. Alright, we'll see if we can get 3 games together here. If I can do 3 more, then I will be calling it for the night. I'm not going to go into OT. I'm going to try to at least go lay down for a little bit before my flight. I think it's futile to lay down before like 10:30 or 11. I mean, I guess I can just lay there and not sleep, but I'll give it a shot. I have just a tiny bit more packing to do, but really it's just throwing a couple of select things into my suitcase and packing it up, putting it by the front door. Not the best starter. But my start is okay. We take these. Even though trolley is prized, that's okay. We have everything we need to get all of the stuff we need. I think I'll go with a fighting gong. Ah, so we got 2 soul rocks prized and 1 Lunaton prize. We had just enough for all this stuff. We'll take that start. That is not bad. We take those. We take those here on this channel. Now our goal is to get the boss. Oh, interesting. Are they gonna pop that already to go after my gimme goal? They could. They would give me to flip the script the next turn. Jamming tower, okay. Can't currently retreat my Pheasantipity, who's on the bench. Hey. Okay. So we're dealing with the statistical 1 out of 10 games that our trolley is prized here. Kind of a bummer considering how quickly they got 2 Dusk Noir. I'm not sure yet. Okay, well, and then they get another 8. So yeah, not a bad start, just bad on their first turn. Hey, TCG. Nice. Goldie Rocks is doing well. Thank you. I appreciate you remembering that. They are knocking us out, but they're also keeping us with that 1 prize lead right now. Hopefully we get trolley? No luck. Our trolley was prized. It's a little tougher today. I did make a few deck changes last night, but so far I don't think those are the cause. What's funny is I'm actually 2-3 online. I'm 3-0 in person. I went down and played my buddy Fernando, who's going with me to Toronto this weekend. Played him. And I was able to win some games. One of them was a Dawn, so I don't really count those. But yeah, I'm in for this and 2 more, and then I gotta go to bed because I got that early flight to Toronto. Hopefully through the storms it'll be on time. Ew, Klefki. Gross. Luckily, I can still knock it out, but it is going to completely prevent me from drawing anything, which is kind of unfortunate. Because I would love to get, you know, more gimme goals and stuff out. But it's going to block both of my abilities here that I could use to draw 6. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to be fighting them with my rocks. This is just one of those rock games, you know? Not like Guitar Hero, but... So that's another Dusk Noir. The Mega Lopunny. So yeah, they're not leaving me anything to get knockouts with my rocks next turn, which is kind of sad. So my rocks are kind of useless. Knock out my Lunatone. Little do they know that I have another one. And come on, Trolley. Damn it. God. Where is my Trolley? It's buried deep in there. Tonight might just not be my night. Where, like, last night definitely was my night. Tonight, maybe not so much. Or maybe I need to revert some of these deck changes that I made. I put in one more Artisan and took out one Battle Cage. I put in one Lena's Aid, and I think I took out one Fighting Gong, which wouldn't really have helped in either of these matches. The Lena's Aid has helped me win a couple today, though. And I made one other change, I think. I think I went, oof, and then they're gonna put me to 2 as well. That's just mean. I mean, this is better than what I had, to be honest. I can get my Lunatone back. And I still get to boss. And I still get to flip the script. If I can get an energy off the flip the script, then I can... Yeah, I mean, this is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. If I get one more knockout, then they won't be able to Dusk Noir me again. It's amazing that they've taken this much more time than me. I mean, I guess I haven't really had to do much. My turns have been kind of short and sweet. Another boss. Okay. There's that, I suppose. Amazing. I guess I'm just expected to win this game off of Soul Rocks. I do have one more floating around somewhere. I don't see this deck item locking me, so I think I'll just sit on the vessels. No need to pull the energies out that I might need next turn. I'd rather have the potential for drawing them, I guess. But then again, if he's got a... Well, no, he needs 3 prizes to win, so... And come on, this has to be Trolley, right? It has to be. Oh my god. It is the other Soul Rock, though, that I need to win. That's really funny. However, if he evolves into Dusk Noir, I have no option for knockout. If he knocks into Dusclops, then I would need... I would need something else. What else do I need? I would need the triple P. Which is still floating around somewhere. What I will say is, as long as this jamming tower is out, that's also a problem for me. Because I can't retreat, even with the air balloon. I'll need to attach an energy to my Soul Rock next turn, so that's still a problem. But, you know, one problem at a time. I can only deal with so much at a time here. I don't know why he benched 2 Duskull. Let's see, there it is. So now I need one of my artisans. Oh. Is he gonna knock out the Fez? If he knocks out the Fez, then all I need is the triple P. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad move. Because guaranteed 3 cards, right? He doesn't know if I have access to energy, so this may or may not yield me that. But yeah, that'll do the 230 since it comes up to the active. And then yeah, it's just a question of whether or not I can get the triple P to knock this out. I'll get to do some thinning here by pulling out all my energies, and then we'll see what we get. Unless I just top deck it. Nope. But I can't get it via Arven. Arven will not work for this. The air balloon is actually the useless card. And I mean, it's got to be in there because we know the other prize is... Yeah, but we can't Arven and boss this turn, so we have to just draw it raw, which is pretty crazy. But we'll thin as much as we can. And then we will leave it to fate. Oh my god, we got it! Hallelujah! We can't lose. We can't do it. Let's go! And there's our trolley finally, at the most useless time. You ever just have a good feeling going into something big? That's me right now with Toronto. I got a feeling. I mean, it wasn't really, don't call it a comeback. I was ahead that whole game. No, I'm kidding. You can call it a comeback. It's not a big deal. Oh! Yeah, that's fine. I almost forgot something. But you know, another way to say almost forgot? Remembered. One of my favorite truisms. This is my last hour getting to sit here and snuggle with my girly, so I'm not in any hurry to get up. But 2 more. This game and 1 more, and then I will be done skis for the night. I'll go finish packing, and then I will try to get to bed. All in vain, mind you. I tried to go to bed earlier last night, and I don't think I fell asleep until like 2, which is rough. It's not too bad when you got to wake up at like 8:30 for work. That's fine, but when you have to wake up at 2:50 to go, or yeah, like 2:30 to get ready and go to the airport, yeah, that's not good. Speaking of not good, this hand. Yeah, so my odds of drawing that Triple P trainer card out of oh, they ioed me out of the bad hand. That's nice of them. My odds of drawing that was I got 3 cards out of 29, and it was 1 card. So it was 1 in 29 odd. Well, it was 3 out of 29, which is a little worse than 1 out of 7. So yeah, not good odds there. I definitely beat the odds. I beat the shit out of the odds there. And they've given us the turn 1 knockout here on the Charmander. They're going to have for Cloak and Charmeleon, which is good for them. No energy yet attached, but of course that's just Charizard evolution, a Dragapult evolution, and 1 attachment away from being there. And then we'll play this down, and we have to go for the Lunatone here to secure the knockout and the Lunar Cycle. And we're hoping to get like another Nest Ball or Crawl. Yeah, there it is. Crawley works. I'm not sure that I want to introduce the first 2 prizer, but with the hand we have, I don't have any real option. Yeah, we are going to do it. So we can grab out our Goldengos. The good news is, I did get this one on the bench last turn, so I can straight evolve it. We do have 2 Goldengos prized, but they don't know that yet. Coin bonus. And we'll secure the first knockout. As we usually do. I'm actually kind of jiving with the music right now to how the game's going. It seems to match. Moltres is a little scary. What's your opinion on a Raging Bolt deck with Guardy Munkidori? It's not crazy. I have seen that as like a rogue off-meta build of Raging Bolt. It's just not very consistent. The issue being that, oh boy, he can't retreat though, can he? Otherwise, yeah, he would just have a straight knockout if he had the retreat, but I don't think he does. So I think we're okay. I've got the air balloon, so that's not actually going to slow us down. Oh, but the unfair stamp. All right, that's fun. We still get the air balloon. Unbelievable. Oh, and this is the thing. Ultra Ball, he can evolve this to Charizard, so yeah, he's got the knockout with Moltres here. He can evolve into Charizard, he can Infernal Rain and put the 1 energy to retreat. Yeah, he made it happen. Boy, he played a lot of cards that turn, didn't he? I applaud him for the good play. I have no notes. That's a chunky balloon, not an air balloon. I know, right? No, it's just a really big close-up. It's not the big air balloon. Yeah, so this is the reason right here why I don't want to introduce the first 2 prizer. That was kind of part of my instinct, but I knew that it wasn't going to go well if I didn't play to that end. There is one interesting thing worth noting here, is if I can get the 3 energy to get this knockout on the Moltres, which that's not a bad top deck, mind you. Then it would put me at even prizes, and he would still only have access to 240 damage, so he wouldn't be able to knock out the Goldango next turn. So it still puts me in an okay position. So I need to draw. See what I draw off the one more card here. Okay. So yeah, this is just kill secure. So I would love to play more, but I can't really. I just have to secure the knockout with the 2 items here. Because I would love to be able to sacrifice one of these, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to get it back. And I hate discarding the air balloon, but that's the card. It's got to go. And again, I think my only shot here is to secure the 1 prize knockout, which will put him at 240 possible damage and hopefully offset his prizes. Now, the fact that I even got that far off the fair stamp is pretty good. Also, I got one of the 2 Goldangos out of the prizes, so that's nice. I can evolve that next turn. Unless he has maximum belt. That's the only... Some of these decks... Oh, no, he's got the unfair stamp, so there's no max belt. Right. I was just talking about how we got out of the stamp, then I'm like, what if he has maximum belt? I'm clearly too tired to be playing this game. Playing Goldie without Air Balloon is like robbing a bank without a getaway. That's nice, yeah. It's a good analogy. I like that. So yeah, before I was playing Goldango this season, I was playing, or like in this last meta, I was playing Charizard. I played a lot of Charizard. And I was actually trying to make the Mega Charizard with the Oricorio EX work. And I had limited success in the local level, but I was really struggling a lot online. And so I knew it wasn't the play. Eventually I went to Goldango because it was, you know, it is currently the only S tier deck. It's clearly the top meta deck. And my nephew was just destroying everyone, myself included, with it. He's a really good player, don't get me wrong, but he's 14, he's a senior division player, so it's like, you know, him beating up all the masters, it says something about his play style, but it also says something about his deck selection. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and emulate him, and then I started winning everything, and I'm like, all right, well, there we go. Because while he is very skilled at this, he's also a busy high schooler, you know? So he doesn't exactly have time to dedicate to this the same way I do. Alright, so no big deal. We just got to knock out 2 Charizards. Sounds like a cakewalk. Guy's got to be running out of energy. Nope, definitely not. He's definitely got plenty of energy. But yeah, again, this is 240, so it's not enough for the knockout. And there is an alternative. Ooh, actually, does that put me in range? Not yet. Because yeah, I can grab the 4, and I could Earthen Vessel for 2, but that's still only 6 energies, so I still need 1 more. And there it is. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm sure I've got 2 more energies in there. Three more. Little extra insurance. What I don't have is a single extra energy once again. So once again, I can't even, I can't attach an extra energy. I can't do Lunar Cycle. I mean, I'm not really complaining because I am still winning the game right now, but I wish I had 1 extra to spare so I could do my stuff. But still, I'll take the knockout all the same. Okay. So now we're down to 1 fighting in the deck. We have now 1 metal in hand. So there's 1 more metal in the prize. Wow, we had 2 steel prized? No. There's all 3. So there's, yeah, there's 1 in the discard. We did have 1 prized, but not as dramatic as I was saying it was. Yeah, unless he's got a way to do 20 damage to this, it should be good. As long as we can get the knockout next turn. Which is still a tall task, mind you. We do have the air balloon, so at the very least we can draw the 2 and then the 2. We kind of need 2 superiors out of our 3 that are left to get enough energy back to knock that out. Okay. Counter catching for the other one. Why? Okay, we get Iono down to 2, which I mean, I guess we lose our air balloon, but we get the boss. So now with the boss, we've got a couple of options. We can. I'm actually gonna put the Soul Rock up first because. Well, I wonder if the odds he's got another gust. Probably not too bad. He's got no boss in the discard. This is 2 counter catchers, but I'm sure he's got a boss available. It's kind of a tough call because if we put the Goldango up and we can't secure the knockout, then it's just over. Oh, okay, because he was gonna attack with the Dragapult. That makes more sense. But then the other option normally here would be to, it's not going to be an option because he's active, so it doesn't matter. But what I was saying was if he was going to knock this out with the Charizard, I could bring this up and see about gusting to knock out one of the Dreepies to go to 1 prize and see if he was left with the 1 prize, but that's not going to happen. So we just got to hope that out of the 1 card we top deck and the 3 cards we get off the Gimme Ghouls, that we can make this happen. Another boss is not helpful. I guess we'll start with the 2. See what we get. Okay, so that should give it. Wow, there's the 3rd boss. But this should get us Fez, which will get us another 3 cards at least. Okay, so one of the superiors that we needed. I think there's 1 fighting energy left in here. And so then we just need one of the superiors or one of the Arvens to get the superior to win. And if we get the Arven, yeah, if we get the Arven. If we get the air balloon, we could retreat and draw 2 more. We get 4 more cards here. So yeah, we're lunar cycling. No dice there. So we're depending on that last card to draw. So we'll see if we can... Yeah, we'll thin out the Gimme Ghoul. And then we got one more shot at it. There's nothing else to thin with the Fighting Gong. Turo would be the other option. We could Turo this out. But then we have to get one of the superiors to win. 2 cards out of a possible... One card out of a possible 4. 33% chance. 2 cards... 2, that's a 20% chance. So yeah, this is better. Oof, I barely decided that in time. And we get the Arvin. Whoo! I almost lost my turn there because I was going into analysis paralysis. But I had to do the math, you know, and that's kind of the whole key to this game is you have to not only be able, but willing to take as much time as you need to do the math. And not just the math of damage, but the math of, you know, probability. And to do the probability, you really need to know your deck list. But yeah, that's a good win. I'm proud of that win. That's a well-earned one, in my opinion. Not to talk myself up, but that felt good. So I played that as well as I could have and was rewarded. And back up into the 1700 bracket. That's cool. We've been kind of teasing ourselves on this line here. I might end up building Raging Bolt with Meganium. Okay. Yeah. So from what little we've discussed in the last couple days, my insight is that you tend to be more roguelite, you know? Like, you tend to be more interested in playing rogue than meta, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I would just caution you to understand that there is a level, in my opinion, there is only a certain level of success one can have with rogue decks. And just to be prepared and have that mentality that you're always going to be going as an underdog. In general, the meta decks are meta for a reason. And there's no problem playing the game you want to play the way you want to play. I have no problem with that. It's just not the easiest path to success. And as long as you're okay with that, then that's fine. But me personally, my personality, I would get frustrated because I would feel like I was putting myself at a disadvantage for no other reason than to have fun, which is fine if I'm only there to have fun. But, you know, for me, I tend to jump in with both feet, playing competitively in whatever I do. So, but that's just my personality. Ugh, Rocket. What? What are we doing here? Tell me it's just the Tarantula start, because then I can go to bed. No! Now he gets everything. But yeah. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that style of play. I myself spent the early years, my first couple of years, playing a deck called AMU. It was Azelf Mesprit Yuxi Level X. And it was not the meta. Very few people played it. But it was pretty effective, even though it wasn't a super high meta deck. Right, yeah, I mean, you can incorporate meta cards, but it's just still not going to be as consistent or as efficient. There's just kind of no way around that. I mean, unless you make the big discovery. That's the other thing is, you know, some players, they do. They, you know, they find a way to discover something really cool. Also, what's up, Janae? You came just in time once again for my last game of the night, so welcome in. After this, I am going to futilely attempt to go get some sleep. I am, of course, self-aware to know that it will be destined to fail, but I am going to try it all the same. I applaud him putting the Mewtwo up so that it took the hit instead of me getting a knockout on one of his little tarantulas. But next turn, I should be able to score the 2-prize knockout. And I don't think Spidey Ops... I don't think Spidey Ops can beat me. I could be wrong. In a fight of 2v1, I don't think it wins. Especially if I take the first 2 prizes, I think I'll be too far ahead. But I guess we'll find out if I can get, what is it? Oh, okay, that's fair. Alright, well there it is. I guess we're done for the night. That's actually a good thing, because my alarm, or my ride to the airport is due to arrive in 4 hours, so time to go lay down and give it a shot. But you know what? We're gonna take our 8-3 record from today. That is 2 days in a row where I've only lost 3 games. Yesterday was a little better. It was 11-8. But if I go on Saturday, yeah, thank you. So on Saturday, if I do a combination of like 11-3 and 8-3, I will definitely be day 2ing with a very, very good win record. So let's hope that my Toronto experience mirrors what I've been able to do here. I do want to give a shout out to my YouTube channel. So if you guys want, you can always go watch the VOD. You can watch the VODs here on Twitch, but I also have Jason Hots, the YouTube channel, where I do upload my videos. Usually it's a day or 2 after the stream, depending on how long the streams are. But you guys can check that out and subscribe there too. Thank you all very much for watching.